Alright. Hello everybody. It is I, Granorite, and here we are back with another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Emerald with our Gen 3 type challenge of Flying type. We are here in Fortree, ready to continue on. The team just got fully EV trained, which is very nice, very awesome. Just buying a couple items here. Alright. So before we can go into Winona's gym, we gotta go get the Sliff Scope. Still have a repel going, that's fine. Alright. Ancient power. Still no stat boost. Guess we're just gonna save them all up for late game. 10% chance, remember? Jumpluff and Dodrio in this next double battle. Very nice. Good paralysis. Alright, we'll let Tropius take on the single Tropius here, and then we'll go back and heal. Up again! Alright. Need to get back all those ancient powers anyway. Alright. Let's throw a Leech Seed on the Swablu. Wow! That was a lot of damage. Oh, goodbye. This isn't horrible. There goes a Hyper Potion. We are the Flying Master, Winona. Alright, finally gets the confusion on us. Okay, well the Leech Seed is going to take you out. Swablu's coming back out. We will go to Dodrio. And murderize it. Alright, well we gotta have the Tropius v Tropius fight. Hers does no aerial ace, where mine does not. Mine knows fly. Good critical. Oh, that's not what I wanted to use. We only have so many synthesis. See, ran out of synthesis. Alright, well we'll go to Aerodactyl for Altaria. So fast. There goes its Citrus Berry. She doesn't heal it though because it's in the yellow, so we just take it down. It's just gone. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Clutch survival. At this point, we just need to take it down. Us healing doesn't get us anything. Maybe one more swing in, but we really just need to risk it for the biscuit. Still, not a single ancient power stat boost. Not one. Alright, we teach this the Jumpluff so it has a flying attack per our rules. Let's fly to Lava Ridge really quick. We're gonna go get Toxic for Tropius. Which would have really helped us against that other Tropius fight, actually. Do that in place of growth. Alright, now we're gonna go do the Trick House. This is the quiz one. Which one's not found there? Talo. Borrowed a Zigzagoon. Costs less. Or Dude, Sausage Fest. 6 houses. Alright, now we're gonna go pick up a couple Pokemon power-ups. One of them's down here. We're not going to do the fights, though, because I think it'll over-level us. You know, we don't need that much experience, and if we need to come back and fight him, we can. But I would rather get us up to Moss, you know, start working our way up to Moss Deep at this point, and see what we are when we're ready to face Tate and Liza. And then if we need to go face more people, we can. Alright, that maxed out our ancient powers. Dodrio doesn't mess around, though. 115 attack at 33. It hits hard. Magical Leaf. Very nice. So at this point, we're only missing some big attacks on Pokemon to finish out movesets. Dodrio's just missing Drill Peck, which it will not learn until level 47 or something like that. So we won't get it until we're on our way to the Elite Four. And then Aerodactyl needs Earthquake. And what else is Aerodactyl? Hyper Beam? Then Jumpluff needs Giga Drain. Tropius gets Body Slam. Alright, we'll go to voices, and let's do, perfect. Let's use Tropius a bit. Magical Leaf. Alright, we don't mess around on the next fight. Destroy that main Netric. Success! Now, see, that's not ideal. That paralysis from that... We would have been fine if it didn't get that paralysis. That fight is always so difficult. For an NPC double battle, it's pretty tough. It's all because of the environment, of all things. All right. Almost gets the Nincada. Nice. Next will be a coughing. Excellent. Yeah, always likes to detect on the first turn. Still getting damage down, so that's something. Okay, you've used 4 detects in a row, buddy. Critical. Hooray! Swap. Alright, let's let Dodrio beat up on some grass pokes. Good critical. Nice. Wonder why they're not using Fake Out. Dodrio doesn't have a lot of defense or a lot of HP, and it would actually get some decent damage on it. right. The Aerodactyl beat up on the Surskits down here. Easy fight here. Unless they use quick attack, we take each of them out with a single hit. It's just so tanky. To fix my tracker, we're gonna let Dodrio beat up on this Ninjask. Outspeeds it. It's the one thing Ninjask has is speed, and Dodrio's like, Didn't say the magic word. Oops. Get to my bag here. Very nice. Get out of here. Well, we're definitely making quick work of these this playthrough. We're moving at a really good speed. I'd say the worst Pokemon on our team is probably Jumpluff, just because it just doesn't have good moves and doesn't have good offensive stats. Not that Tropius has good offensive stats, but Tropius has chonkiness. That is the technical term. bad thing about Bullets yet on Kecleon is after the first one, it changes its type. But that does allow us to then exploit Aerial Ace as a super effective attack. Main reason we did it. Viper. Alright, Aerodactyl and Dodrio against the Slacking. We're gonna just beat up on that monkey. You want to turn? I don't think so. Finally, a stat boost. Oh, it survived. It figures that the one time we get a stat boost, we're not only put to sleep, but we are confused and hit ourselves on the subsequent turn that we would be able to use said stat boost. Because we are not allowed to have nice things. The RNG is just mean to us. It just mean to us. I didn't see what he's using next. I wasn't paying attention. All right, that's perfectly fine. Probably would have swapped to Jumpluff if I would have been paying attention, but I wasn't, so that's my fault. Very nice. Alright, I'll do another one. Shroomish. We can aerial ace that as well. We will swap for Electrike. Bullet Seed. Let's go Dodrio against the Nubble. Back to Tropius for the Electrike. We're gonna let Aerodactyl take out this Tropius. There's a bigger Tropius coming out that will let our Tropius fight. forget that Zigzagoon can learn Pin Missile. It's such a weird move for it to learn. It doesn't have quills. Turn. Why is Ancient Power a physical attack? We're throwing rocks at it. Shoot it with those bullet seeds right in the schnoz. Really picking on Aerodactyl, aren't they? Nice. Alright, let's let our Tropius take on our rival's Tropius. I think my first move was a little better than yours. Personal opinion. Perfect. Let's use Aerodactyl here. She's got 4 Pokemon, we got 4 Pokemon. We'll get them all in. Good stat boost. Too bad we're swapping you out. Jumpluff for Ludicolo. Drift. And then we'll go to Dodrio for Combustion. Alright, let's go get Hyper Beam. Oh, wrong side. Do I have anything I need to sell? I have a nugget. Alright, we're not going to teach Hyper Beam yet because we'll wait till we just get the TM for Giga Drain here and we'll teach both of them at the same time. Alright. Hyper Beam goes to Aerodactyl. Place a Facade. Giga Drain goes to Jumpluff. Place the Buoyancy. We'll go ahead and use this on Giga Drain. We're going to get 2 more on this route that we'll also use on Giga Drain. Very nice. Good job, Dodrio. Oh, missed it. Roast my chicken, it's gonna come back with a vengeance! This one. Use that little bitty repel. I forgot I still had it in there. Good deal. next we have... Oh, it really doesn't matter in this thing. It's just straight steel type. It's not going to be easy. I think it's funny that a baton passed the leech seed off to somebody else. I don't want this. Here, you take it. Good critical. We got 3 more fights on this route. We'll probably do those and that'll finish up the episode. Braxton. Leaf. Go back to Jumpluff here for Magneton. Same reason for Mob, like what we did for Mawile. Good fly. Come on and slam. And welcome to the jam. Got it. No. All that experience. I was really prepping the Giga Drain for this Lunatone, but of course Makuhita has to mess up what our plans were. Nice. Down. Alright, and this is the last Pokemon power up to use on Jumpluff's Giga Drains. So the next one we'll get a Pokemon Power Max. We get that in the Team Magma hideout, and we will use that on Aerodactyl's Hyper Beam. Alright, but this is where we're going to end our episode for today. We hope you all enjoyed the episode, and we will be back tomorrow with more Pokemon. Until then, we will see you all next time.